Wednesday. Yes, we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We are two of us here. We're waiting on Miss Jennifer, but I'm sure she will be joining us any moment now. And sorry, we are a day late and a half hour over. But we had some adjustments to make for our scheduling, and so we will be back on track for next week. But we are here to talk about the awards. Anybody, all of our viewers, if you are out there, please click on the link, give yourselves permission so that the Groomers Cut and the Pet Pro Educators, the three of us, can see your names in the live streaming tonight. How did everyone that is joining us this evening, how did you guys, did y'all watch the event? Did you watch the Barkley award presentation? I know, oh, there's Miss Angie. And Angie, I saw you on the broadcast because your picture was there. We saw you, and I saw a lot of familiar faces. Milena and Jameson, oh, they are so cute together. Oh, what can you say about them? They've got to be the cutest couple on the circuit. Well, I'm going to tie that. I'm going to take that back. Delise and Paul. Gotta be the cutest. That's a big run-in. That's tough, but all right, so Angie, since you're on, you're going to have to help me out to refresh me who some of the winners were. But to start it off, I think they did a really good job. Jeremiah is so funny, and he is so good. He did a great job emceeing it for what he had to, how he had to work with it. And everyone who got on and did and had their time up there, it was a lovely little presentation. Obviously, we would all have loved to have been there in person, but there were some great what am I trying to say? Great products, some new products that were mentioned. Yes, it was Anne Francis. That's what I said. Best judge. Hey, how gorgeous did Anne look in that blue dress? I mean, she crushed it in that blue dress. She really looked gorgeous. Yeah, that was something. So we've had, I'm just going to keep running here, Michelle, while it's fresh in my head.
Go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
We had Colin won for international. Oh, and we got Jennifer coming on. So I'm going to add her really quick. There we go. Hello, gorgeous.
It's Jennifer.
Oh.
She's in her car.
Yeah, she just joining us. We said we knew you were going to be a little bit late. You had your massage tonight, lucky girl. Oh. We don't have your audio. You got to connect your Bluetooth? Yeah, because we can't hear you. I'll keep talking. So, yes, Angie. Oh, my gosh. Anne looked gorgeous. Some of the other best dressed, Delise, I know she was, I don't know if anybody saw her post earlier in the day. She was back and forth with, should I wear my flip-flops or should I go with my heels? And I think she went with the heels, and that she looked fantastic. We were just saying Jameson and Milena, because Milena won creative. And let's see, who else? Just
testing. Can you hear
me?
There
you are.
There you are.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, Helen Blake, iGroom won.
iGroom, yep. Yeah. Delise looked amazing. She always does. Yep. She always does. So, okay, who else? Blake, yeah, Helen was speaker, up and coming speaker. Blake was speaker of the year. I just rambled them all out too. Now I can't even, I'm drawing a blank on them all. But anyway, so overall, it was a great show. Did you get a chance? Did you watch it?
I watched some of it, and I want to know, because I missed was there a new product of the year or a new line of the year? Wasn't there an award for best new product or something?
Yeah, best new product, but I don't know if they had that category, and I don't know who won it. Karina,
iGroom was the product of the year.
right? But usually they'll have a product that's new.
Yeah.
They'll have a new line or a new product that got introduced that's really making waves, or
Yeah, like an invention.
Oh, it was. They did. It was a specific. It was for a specific part of them.
Artero had it. Is that one of their products?
Artero has something too. Yep. Angie, what did you write this all down?
I think she did. It's on index cards.
Since
All right,
I'm doing
you know
this
what?
on my phone, I cannot see chat.
Oh, that's okay. Ryan's Pet Supply. Yeah, they did. They got one. You know what, Angie? If you got good internet, I'm going to send you an invite right now to come join us, if that's okay with you. We're going to introduce you in here. So watch your messages because it's coming. There you are. Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, Angie, you're up. I got you sent a link to come join us. So no, just running through my memory. Yeah, you did really good considering, and I watched it. I'm going to ask when she comes on what she thought, who had the best reactions. We talked about the best dress. Delise always went. Delise always looks good and looks really good. Oh, Judy Brenton. She was so surprised by her big win. And who more deserving of that award? Michelle, what was that called again?
What?
The Judy. It was
the award.
Some type of a lifetime achievement, or
yes.
Career achievement, yeah.
Aw, Angie, come on. She says no, she's in her PJs. Well, we won't give you best dress then.
So I just have to say that a shout out to Barkley for doing all of these seminars online in the scope of a real trade show, because at first they just did the one day and you went through the thing, and then they just went to 3 tracks on one day and they went through the thing. This last show was spectacular. My track ran so smooth. I was so happy to see everything just falling into place, and so many people are saying the same thing. Barkley, we salute you. That was a feat of undertaking, technological feat of undertaking, because that was really righteous. What a great show.
They really did.
I could not agree more. Amen to that, Michelle. Barkley has just been, in fact, I think about this whole year, what a handful of people, five or six people have working from home, have completely transitioned from all of these conferences to all of these virtual productions. And on the fly, and each one probably trying to wing what's going to happen next. I commend them so much. And the trade show this year with the Groom Expo, like each of the trade shows just kept getting better and better.
Oh, the map idea, was that just introduced in this show in its format? What a great idea. They pulled up the
trade show map.
The little map, and you just click on it, and that was amazing. What a great idea.
And is it I want to ask a question about one of the products in the trade show, this shear sharpening tool. It's not really a sharpener, it's just like it polishes your scissors. Did anybody see that?
The sharpener.
The shear saver. That it was one of the products that was in the trade show, and that looks like the coolest thing ever. I didn't. It's apparently comes from the beauty world, but it's just something you can slide over your shears, and then
it's kind of take some
microscopic edges. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But you would have to do that every single time, right? Like you'd have to maintain them like that, because you're constantly nicking them just by using them.
Yeah, I think she said like she does hers like once a week, the gal that was using them. Yeah, that's amazing. That's great. Such a cool invention.
Yeah, I didn't see. What is Angie saying? Here, she's got more. Karina's class. Yeah, Karina. I've had more classes this year than any other year in the past. I can say as being a presenter in a lot of these, and I personally, it's very hard to to not have the visual of everyone's faces, and it's very difficult to have to talk to your own screen, basically, because the only person I'm looking at, and I don't know if you guys saw that, the only person you're looking at is yourself, really.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't gauge if people are really interested. Are they falling asleep? Are they like hanging out? What are they doing? Somebody over there.
You can actually, do you go on, we've all been speakers on the Barkley shows virtually. Do you guys go into the chat room and into the Q&A, and do you look at the comments? Yeah,
I sure do. But when I'm just talking, I feel like I'm going to react to whatever I see, and that's me, and I'm excited about what I'm saying. So I go for broke. I'm like, all right, let's get this done. So sometimes that's what you have to handle it.
And I do a PowerPoint. My entire thing is all PowerPoint presentation. So there's a lot to look at there on the screen and to talk about, but it is weird. The very first time that I ever did a virtual webinar type presentation where it was just me talking and there was no voices coming back at me, I had to stop every so often and say, is everybody there?
That's what I was.
So weird. Yeah.
Please say you're there, and then everybody's like, "Yeah, we can hear you. Keep going."
Go.
Yeah.
Do it. Say something.
Yeah, I kept looking to the first time to Jeremiah for like, is everything okay? Are there people actually watching? Is anybody actually in my class, or am I just talking to myself?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That eye connection. I like the eye connection, and I'm very animated in everything I do. So that lack of animation, I mean, I think they can see it, but I don't get the reaction. So,
what, Dara, you are the definition of animation. That is my favorite thing about you. You are a constant joy. Were you like this when you were young?
I don't. Probably, if you ask my parents, they'd say no. She was all about her horse.
I'll bet
it was all about my horse.
This super positive fountain of goodness and joy all your life.
Oh yeah, here's hoping.
You'll accept that. Thank you.
Yeah. I was an angel. So yeah, Angie said when she teaches, did you have a class? You did have a class, didn't you, Angie? Of the reciprocated energy. Yeah, it is. It's definitely yes. So we've got another award going on, and that was.
I want to say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before you do that, I just wanted to say how impressed I was. The number of people that dressed up for the virtual party, and how there was a lot of people that still had fun with it and put on the dog and all that stuff. That's really great.
That and the chocolate martinis that were being toasted, and yep. So, okay, I'll ask Angie, and anyone else who's on, please throw your name if you watched them. Who did you think was the most surprised over their award? I'll give that a second and let that set in, because there were a couple teary-eyed, and there were some. It was a very red carpet. Yeah, I think personally, I liked. We said this just a minute ago. Sue Zecco did such a phenomenal job with her thank you speech for congeniality, and how she said. And what she said about Delise, and that just warmed my heart. I loved that. Oh, she made you cry. Who did? Helen made you cry, or Delise made you cry, or Sue made you cry? Who made you cry?
Helen. Helen.
Tell us about Helen. Yeah. We have Melissa joining us. Hi, Melissa. Yes. So it was fun. great show. So great times. So now let's talk about this other award, because this one is not as prominent and not as known. And I don't know anybody here who knows this one, but last year was the first time this was given out, and it's called Pet Grooming Industry Educators Awards. And I believe this is Christine Pearson's baby. And this is on, I think, is there a way, can I post this in our links? If I can post this link, let me just pull this up here and see if I can share this link. Of course, my internet's always going to be slow tonight because I want it to. It's the Phoenix Awards is what she calls it.
Great.
And
beautiful.
yeah.
They are gorgeous.
Oh, they are stunning awards. Yeah. So the 2020, and I'm sorry, I'm not with you guys. I'm looking at it online right now, but the 2020 ballot nominations are now open. So this year, the categories are best book, best online course or class, best blog, best social media based live streaming, Pet Pro Educators.
Yay, the groomer's cut. Yay.
Yeah, the groomer's cut. Best virtual trade show, and best industry education or certification group. And then, of course, the Lifetime Industry Achievement Award. So that's it. I am going to post this in our links so that everybody can have access to this. And we can thank, again, Christine Pearson for doing this. All right, there we go. So everybody's going to have access to this. And I think, yeah, it's going to post on all of our pages, ladies. But
thank you.
Good publication. And so check out this website, because last year, the awards were different last year. So it's nice to see different ballots this time. But we'd love to see more people. So guys, check that out, and check out those. So yeah, wow, I've talked a lot tonight. I don't usually talk this much.
So with these educator awards, are these something that anybody can nominate anybody for? They do have to be in a certain population in order to nominate or vote? How do they work? Do you know?
I think what she did last year, there was, anybody who was nominated got put into their categories, and then the final 2 or 4, and then there was a voting based on those. So if you look at, let me just go to one here. Like book, there was a book last year. So it was Theory of 5 or Caring for the Canine Coat. And it was voted on. It looks like there was 131 votes, and there was a poll. So you could vote on those polls that way. So it's all based off of nominations. It doesn't have to be, Colin won one of them for the live streaming. Oh, it looks like it's a lot of the same. Sorry, I forgot about all of those because I was so focused on us being in the running for one of the top schools. We came in second, but that's okay.
That's great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we got voted down. We were right next to Paragon. I mean,
well, yeah,
I'm proud to stand by that.
You're in good company. You're in good company.
I was very happy. So,
oh my gosh, yes! Shout out to Michelle Evans for doing a great seminar amongst the smoke in Oregon. Poor thing.
Oh my God! Right?
Absolutely. Whoa!
I missed that.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Wow.
They say that right now, living out there, it's like smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day.
That I've seen some of the
pictures. I've seen the posts from some of my friends that are just incredible. It's a before any fires, when the first fire started, and then now.
Wow.
Unreal. There's a boat going across, and it's nothing but smoke, and it's like, yeah, this is the Golden Gate Bridge, and it's just cut off of smoke.
Yeah,
like
Marin County smoke. On the whole west side of the gate, the Golden Gate is burning.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. million-dollar houses and whole huge communities.
Yeah, nothing's untouched.
As a matter of fact, I wonder if Terry's going to have her wind down. Well, did Terry do wind down Monday last night? And did she say anything about it? Bless her heart.
I haven't had a chance to view that one yet, but I'm sure she did. I mean, wow. How do you sit in the middle of all that and not just say, yeah, and there's that, by the way, and move on?
Well, to all of the groomers that are in the line of fires out west, we hope that you will keep
Stay
us posted
safe
on where you are and who you are and what you need. And, I'm sure that, I don't know what the equivalent is of used to be the GEAF, the Groomers Emergency Assistance Fund. Now that's defunct. And now I know Groom Team USA is doing some sort of a charitable fund, and some of the state groups are helping to coordinate donations. So I hope that people will keep us posted so that we can help spread the word about what people can do to help.
Absolutely.
I remember last year, I helped a California groomer. I sent her towels and dishes and dog crates and things like that, just because she had nothing. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely. And if anybody can help, once those lists come rolling in, and now's a good time to go through your toolbox. If there's something you can donate, if there's just something that you set aside in case there's a need for it in your area, or maybe ship it, to someone who really could use it to get their business going again and start taking clients. So, think of the future of that. That's what I've been doing myself, going through all my stuff. If there's something that somebody says, oh my gosh, I've lost everything. I'm like, I've got a starter kit for you. Here you go.
Yeah.
Well, is there anybody, any organization, or Angie just posted that the California Pet Groomer Association, are they taking money?
Last year, with the fires last year, Terry DiMarino did coordinate a fund through California Professional Pet Groomers. But that was when the fires were only in California. Now these are multi-state. So I'm assuming, I'm hoping that this will be, that the state, are there state groups? I know there's state groups in Oregon. Are there state groups in Washington State as well?
I'm sure there are. And if not, I'm sure there's regional groups. That are going to take over. I mean, we do take care of our own when something happens, but right now everything's up in the air. There's nowhere to even send anything to, let alone money. Right now, we're just trying to. I have a wait and see attitude to see if there, what is the aftermath of this for right now. So.
Yeah. Well, and you got Sally coming up the way. She's getting ready to hit into Louisiana and Mississippi.
If we could just send Sally west? Go west, Sally.
If only. If only.
So.
Wish it worked that way. It doesn't, though, sadly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what, Jennifer, earlier, you and I were kind of chatting, or was Michelle? I can't even remember now. Were all three of us in that chat? Or were you texting me about what we should talk about for next week?
Yes, that was me.
Did you hear
we were talking about schools. Well, the need for good grooming schools. I'm have a plan with two other Illinois Professional Pet Groomers Association board member master groomers. We're talking about what, because we've lost several schools in the Chicago area, and we didn't have a lot of good ones to begin with. So we really are in desperate need in the Chicago area, and we're working on a plan in Chicago as well. But nationwide, a lot of the great schools are gone, and the legendary ones. There's a lot of smaller, newer ones, but there's not. We've talked before about the standardization of curriculum problems, but just the need for good grooming schools, given the vast increase in pet ownership and how many more groomers are needed. Even with grooming numbers going up, we need more groomers, and we need to talk about schools. What should a grooming school do? What is the best, what's the best way to teach that skill that we all know takes sometimes months and years of repetition, just the hand-eye muscle coordination stuff. It's fairly easy to teach the content. You can do that even virtually, but to do the actual hands-on teaching,
Practical,
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a real need in our industry.
Well, hopefully that we will be discussing some of those things on the Groomers Council.
I know. Yeah. Where did we talk? Do you have any updates?
Yeah,
Anything you
right
want to
now
talk about
we have
that?
set the next meeting for September 27th, I believe at 5 or 5:30. I'm not certain of that. It is posted already. And if you came to the first meeting and you've sent in your application and your permission slip, you have been invited to the private group of the council. If you fit all the criteria, but you haven't had an invitation, you're not my friend on Facebook. You need to be my friend so I can invite you. So, make sure that you do that one thing. Look for the heart with the caduceus, with the scissors, and the little dog and cat. And then befriend me, and I will send you an invite. And then all of the recorded meeting minutes and the recorded videos are in all the folders. There's all of our paperwork. And the summary of the meeting basically was bring your terminology and your vocabulary for next time, because that's going to be the first issue that we work on. So we invited everyone to bring a list of what they call a kennel trim, shave down, or whatever. Bring their terms of their salon so that we could at least lay them out in some kind of a graph. And then we're going to go through them eventually, just go through them section by section.
That's great.
So you can find the initial application is at the top of the Facebook page of the Pet Pro Educators. You can find it in files, and it is the application for the Grooming Council of Best Practices. So send that in, and that is the thing that gets you in the door.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So we've got what's in the. Do you know right off the top of your hand, or do you want me to go look and see what's in that group right now? How many we have, or
everything, all our paperwork, everything that we've covered is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you haven't applied, you don't get to know what's in there, do you? You got to get it. It's completely free. All we need is your time and your professionalism, and we want as many voices as possible. So
yeah.
Feel free to join. Everyone is welcome. If you work with animals, we want your input. So.
And thank you, Michelle, for this inspirational process.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Anything else? You want to wrap up with anything else?
No. What's our next meeting topic?
Schools.
That's what she wanted to talk. Yeah, Jennifer
I think
wanted
to talk about the need for grooming schools. What should grooming schools look like? And I would love to hear from anybody in our audience. You can either post it in the Pet Pro Educators Facebook group, or you can message Michelle or Dara or myself, and and join the broadcast. We'll go back to Monday night at 7:30 Eastern, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So next week, chime in. But I would really like to hear what people are seeing around the country in the way of grooming schools. I'm one of a handful of people, if maybe not one of the only one. I don't think I know of any others, but there may be one or two others that are certified master groomers and certified teachers. I've been a career educator, and I've got teaching certificate and master's degree in education and all that, decades in the classroom. And so I see, the school issue from the point of view of a professional. And we have an industry that really needs better and more schooling, because it is such a hands-on skill, and we do need
and we need an appropriate base level program to where we can send people who have no idea how to groom at all and get the right information the first time.
And that's why the Groomers Council is going to be such a great process, because hopefully what we create is going to become, the baseline for everybody going forward.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yes. Thank you, Angie. You're always a great push for us. We work hard to do this. I think I talked to the one thing that I find as a school owner, a big struggle for me is the the new generation coming up. I'm talking not a career change for somebody, but a younger generation, and them coming up and keeping them mentally stimulated and their drive forward, because they lose interest so quickly, and trying to emphasize that, yeah, you can do it in X amount of hours, but keeping them stimulated just in those short amount of time, or for even a the long times is hard enough. So that is a big struggle that I find, is trying to keep these younger. Their stimulation is so much more than what we had 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. And I think as groomers, I think we've talked about this one time before on the show, but that we forget as seasoned groomers what it was like to learn, and that it's a struggle. It's a very big struggle and a battle that I fight every day, trying to maintain that level of learning and creating and promoting and keeping them mentally occupied and stimulated, but at the same time, that you can just see when they check out, it's done. Once they're checked out, there's nothing you can do to get back in there. They are checked out and they're like, I'm done. I'm on my own and I am out of here.
Which really speaks to the need to keep the level of engagement high. I actually think young people are smarter than they've ever been. They just need to actually find meaning and engagement in what they're doing. And so it needs to be not just, sitting in front of a book and memorizing and regurgitating stuff in a book. It needs to be meaningful, engaging, creative, stimulative work, which is, I think, very attuned to what grooming can be. I mean, grooming can be very engaging. And so especially that they, if they love animals, so this will be fun. We'll have a good conversation next week about what grooming schools should be.
Yeah, please. You want me to post a link or something? No, not a link. Something for a poll with that question. Say that question again, Jennifer.
What should grooming schools be? What should they do? How should they do it? Should there be schools, or should there only be private mentorships? Or, how did you learn when you went and first learned to groom? It would be interesting to hear from people, because there's such a variety. There's no one path into the grooming profession.
Yeah. And it comes down, there's no one way to do something. There's 20 ways. There's 50 ways. In the same community, everything is different, and every one of us have our opinion on how and what it should be.
Right.
So you can only do as good as you can do, and train, like Melissa just said, educators need to be well educated and train the best and give that best education that can be given. Angie apprenticed for free. I went to Nash in the 90s. And that was an experience.
I think it's a misnomer to say that I'm self-taught. I didn't go to school for grooming, but I have been mentored by so many people. How to do toenails here, how to use water properly here, how to define this lump here, little pieces along the way that I fit together. So I am initially self-taught. I read all 98 titles in my my downtown library in a weekend when I first began, and I went from there. I am a tornado. People that know me or have worked with me, I'm a tornado. I will get to the bottom of it. I want the very best. I want to do things that are right. So it has been a lifetime of labor and research and finding the way and stumbling and making mistakes. And So yeah, that's how I got into grooming.
Yeah, and that speaks to probably where everybody is. It's going to be all over the map. So, well, it was really fun processing the Groom Expo. I just, again, commendations to Barkley for their amazing pulling off still that sort of fun feeling of it as well.
Yeah, if you couldn't be there in person, wow, they really did do the next best thing.
I said that.
I felt Jeremiah. The spirit of Groom Expo at this place. And did anybody get a chance to see the opening scene?
No.
Where they filmed going in the Hershey Lodge or whatever? You missed out on that? Oh my gosh. Oh, I was like, yes, I could smell the chocolate. Like it was amazing. Great job, Barkley. Kudos to you. Awards to you. Who's the award show that gives awards to Barkley?
Right.
What a great job.
Well, they might be, because if they're nominated for best trade show,
that's right.
They might be getting one if they get one for a trade show. So it's been a tough year.
And just as a side note, Angie, I already have.
Find a conditioner for those terriers. Yep. Hey, Michelle, one question. Those 98 titles that you read, do you have those written down?
Oh gosh, no. So many years ago. And I've read so many books since then. I couldn't tell which ones were there. But to tell you the truth, there was, I do remember the ones that stick out. Stone Guide of Grooming. There was some Cole's books, but for the majority of them, it was those little kind of golden books of the breed of Keishond, the breed
of yes.
That's all that was available. You got to understand, this was way back a little bit ago. So, I mean, so there was care, but it was mostly animal husbandry, farming, taking care of ducks. And, and we did that at the zoo. I did that at the zoo. Everything, we had a mini farm, so that came in handy. But I just, I just said, well, if I'm going to do this, I want to be as educated as I can and read up on as much as I can. So that's what I did. Yeah, Melissa, I'm a frustrated scientist wrapped in a groomer's skin. Yes, I am.
Thank goodness you are bringing the scientist to the grooming field. Thank goodness for the rest of us.
Yes, exciting. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, great show. Sorry again that we were a day late and a half hour shy, but hey, better late than never, right?
We're all see everyone next Monday.
All right. So
talk about schools.
Yeah, that's going to be
next Monday.
7:30.
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes. You said maybe Sunday, but maybe I just misheard it.
Sometime in the future, when these two girls say to show up, then I show up and we talk about stuff. That's how it works.
I like talking about stuff.
Put me out of my 5 other things that I'm doing to do.
I like talking about stuff. I love talking with you ladies.
I love talking with you guys. It's great to see you guys.
All right. So we'll see you next week, everyone. Happy grooming. Check out that website or the Facebook page that we posted. And
the Pet Pro Educators.
Yeah. Well, the Pet Pro Educators, of course.
But Industry Educator Awards.
Yes, the award one.
Put in nominations for those well-deserved, talented people in our industry.
Yes. And don't forget, we're pitching for the Pet Pro Educators.
Can we put a link to Chris Pearson's the Educator Awards? Can we put a link to hers on our Pet Pro Educators?
I did.
Facebook. Great.
Yep, it's all there. So everything's there. And I just wanted to say, we've got a couple more coming up with the Wisconsin trade show and seminar. That's going to be in October. Pam Lawrence moved her class, her scissoring or her shear class. So that's been moved. So there's some extra time for that.
And just so you guys know, we are confirmed in the Midwest here for the St. Louis Groom Fest on Sunday, October 18th. It is still going to be in person in the St. Louis area. The Missouri Groomers Association group. Yeah, they have this.
Oh, we lost her. She must be in a blurb. We lost you a little bit there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It was somebody calling in on my phone. This is what happens when you do this on your phone. But anyway, it's going to be socially distanced and masked in a very large, high-ceilinged, huge arena. And they're limiting the numbers and everything, but they are going ahead on just that one day only, Sunday, October 18th, the St. Louis Groom Fest. So the Missouri, kudos to the Missouri groomers for doing that.
Oh, great. I think that's the
And I'm
same
gonna
weekend that the Wisconsin one is.
Yeah, I'm going to be speaking. I'm going to be doing the 15 coat types and the combination coats workshops there.
All right. And I got my day long with Dara, September 27th. Every business owner should be signing up for that.
Yeah.
And I believe I just got asked to do the day with Michelle Knowles in January.
Yay!
So I'll be doing that as well. I'll start the year out fresh.
Woo! Hopefully it kicks us off for a good year, because I'm ready to kick 2020 in the pants.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Behind us.
All
right. We talked a little longer. Have a great night, everyone. See you next week.
Bye. Bye.